No more quarantine in Thailand. Welcome guys, it's July 1st, 2021. Today I have a lot of exciting news to share with you regarding Thailand's reopening for international arrivals in Phuket. I will explain how Phuket Sandbox program works and how you can take the opportunity to enter Thailand without any quarantine. I will also share with you how Thailand is planning to reopen other islands and ultimately the entire country. Then I will explain how domestic tourism looks like right now in Thailand and what are the restrictions. And we will end with an update on a so-called lockdown in Bangkok. So if you are planning to come to Thailand anytime soon, hopefully after watching this video you will have a better picture of what's going on here right now. For the last couple of months, if you wanted to enter Thailand, you had to undergo a mandatory quarantine upon arrival. And this was the only way to enter the country until today. Starting July 1st, you can enter Thailand without any quarantine through Phuket Sandbox program. And this is just the first step to reopening the entire country to international tourism. And yes, you are able to fly directly from abroad to Phuket Island. Here are the requirements and guidelines for those who wish to enter Thailand through Phuket Sandbox program. Requirement number 1, you must be vaccinated. Please note that you must be fully vaccinated between 14 days to 1 year before arriving in Thailand. So if you have received your final dose today, you will have to wait for another 14 days before you will be allowed to enter Thailand through Phuket Sandbox program. Here are the vaccines that are currently approved by the Thai government: Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, and CoronaVac. Children 18 years old and below are not required to be vaccinated, so that's good news for you if you're planning to travel with kids. Requirement number 2, you must secure the certificate of entry. I have already made an entire video about obtaining the certificate of entry and I will link it down in the description. Requirement number 3, you must carry a negative PCR test result and the test must be done no more than 72 hours before your departure. Number 4, you must arrive from one of the eligible countries. There are currently 67 countries eligible for Phuket Sandbox program, and you must stay in one of those countries for at least 21 days before arriving in Thailand. I will include the list of these countries down in the description. Requirement number 5, you must book your stay at one of the SHA Plus hotels. SHA stands for Safety and Health Administration, and the plus at the end means that at least 70% of the staff working at that hotel have already been vaccinated. Those are the only hotels accredited to accommodate international arrivals through Sandbox program. Link to the SHA Plus hotels is down in the description. Requirement number 6, full prepayment of all PCR tests must be made to your Sandbox hotel. During your stay, you will be tested 3 times. First test on the day of your arrival, second test on the 6th day, and the last test on your 12th day. Requirement number 7, you need to install Thailand Plus app on your mobile phone. Requirement number 8, you will need to wear a mask even if you are vaccinated. Requirement number 9, if you will stay in Phuket for less than 14 days, you must fly out from the country from Phuket airport. If you will stay in Phuket for at least 14 days, then after those 14 days, you will be allowed to travel all around Thailand and you can fly out from any airport in the country. And the last requirement, you must purchase an insurance with at least 100,000 US dollars coverage. I personally bought an insurance from AXA and I will put the link down in the description if you would like to buy the same one. If you don't want to enter Thailand through Phuket Sandbox program, you can still fly to Bangkok and undergo the 14-day ASQ, which is the old school alternative state quarantine. This is how I entered Thailand a few months ago. I made a video about that and I will link it down in the description. Now, this is just the beginning of Thailand reopening its borders. Phuket Sandbox program will be used as a model for reopening other parts of Thailand. Islands of Koh Samui, Koh Phangan and Koh Tao are scheduled to reopen on July 15th this year. Thai government is planning to open the entire country to international tourism by mid-October 2021. So what can you expect after arriving in Thailand nowadays? It's very quiet and empty. You can hardly see any tourists around. So this is a perfect opportunity to explore this beautiful country without the usual crowds. However, you need to be aware that there are also some travel restrictions imposed on domestic tourism. Most provinces and islands in Thailand are requiring from domestic travelers to be vaccinated or to present a negative test upon arrival. The toughest restrictions are now imposed in Bangkok, which is considered dark red zone. Until July 28 this year, all restaurants in the capital are allowed to serve takeout only. Some temples and tourist spots in Bangkok are closed. Nightlife is completely shut down and a liquor ban is imposed. So you are only allowed to drink alcohol at home. Beware that for now, bars, clubs and entertainment venues must remain closed, even in Phuket. If you find this video helpful, you can consider supporting my work. To do that, check out the links provided in the description down below. I hope I gave you a better understanding of how Thailand looks like right now and how you can enter the country. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment and stay tuned for more updates coming soon.